more fucking around. It's Wild Style Radio. Wild Style Radio.
What's up? And welcome to the Stand Up and Shout Rock Show, coming to you live from Salisbury Center Studios in Manassas, Virginia, on the Wild Style Network.
Happy Wednesday, my friend. How you feeling?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm feeling great, man. We got some more bands in here tonight.
We do.
That's a great thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Live music is always great.
That's what we promote the most, you know, and you guys are the ones that make it happen. So thank you for coming out.
It's not an issue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we have we're going to see, we've been talking about the cameras before all this fired up. So you're going to see it in the shots, in the cameras. We're here with Hell's Vortex.
Yeah.
Playing on Saturday, November 8th.
So they're playing Friday, November 7th with Sabbath.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
With Sabbath.
Who is a Black Sabbath Ozzy Osbourne tribute band.
Correct. And so, there was some of the band talking to you already. We're going to get around to introductions, but of course, that's the famous Alex Van Stone. What is this now? How many times have you been on Stand Up and Shout Rock Show?
Probably 5 or 6 now, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Production, Mr. Promoter, you're always bringing these teams
Gonna
in.
make Daniel jealous.
I know. You're kind of like pushing the record for the most recurring appearances.
Happy to be here.
All right. I was saying. All right, let's get to Hell's Vortex. We'll go around the couch here. Welcome to the couch. We'll let you guys introduce yourself and tell us what you do with the band and what your role is and how you came into it.
Yeah, so I'm Austin. I am mainly the drummer, but I also do production. So I do all the recording in-house and all that. And I honestly kind of stumbled across the band.
Yeah.
I had a buddy in my college's drumline who was like, "Hey, I have this band. You're a drummer. We need a drummer. Are you free this Sunday?" And I mean, that was about a year ago now. And then we're here. So
Yeah.
I'd say it's worked out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah. I'm Jeff. I am the lead vocalist / lead guitarist, and I started this band with the other guitar player of our band, Andrew, about a year ago now. And basically how it started was we just looked at each other and said, "You want to start a band? Sure, why not?" And then it's spiraled so far. Now we're a year into it. I have this one here now, and it's been fun ever since. But another thing I do is also I just help him with production. That's about it. I don't do too much besides make weird noises and play guitar.
Sure. Excellent.
I'm Danny. I'm the manager, PR, social media. Basically anything behind the scenes I take care of. I basically got dragged along by saying, "Hey, we need help." I gave him a list of whatever he needed within the day. And they're like, "Okay, well, you're our manager now." So that's how I'm here.
But you're in front of, or you're behind a mic and in front of a camera tonight. How does that feel? Because you're saying behind the scenes, but not today, not right now.
I'm kind of terrified if I have to be completely honest with you.
Really?
Just a little bit, but we'll live.
Yeah, you don't look terrified at all. You look very relaxed.
I appreciate that.
All right, yeah. And then Alex, you want to say something? We already kind of talked about you.
Sure. I mean, I booked some music here and play a little bit on my own.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And you podcast also.
I used to do a movie podcast years ago back in California, and then more recently I've started interviewing some bands. Like I interviewed Go on Red, who played our August 1st show here at Salisbury Center, and then I just did an interview that I finished editing today with Emotional Support, who will be playing on Saturday, November 8th with Riot, the Paramore tribute, who played August 1st.
Sure.
And Dakota Bates, who will hopefully be joining us in a little bit here on the show tonight.
Yeah. Drop-in guest. We always love those.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, because it's a weekend of rock, 7th and the 8th. So emo night will be on Saturday night.
Correct. Yeah.
But back to you guys. So you mentioned before we went on the air, this is going to be your first ever performance.
Yeah, it's
Really?
our first ever performance ever, and
Really?
it's been an interesting one seeing how the Salisbury Center has been very open with us playing that night after me contacting Alex being very open to it, and we've just kind of been putting a lot of work into this just to make sure that everyone who comes out that night at least gets something out of it, not just, hey, it's another band. It's, hey, let's work and try to make it at least good enough for the crowd of our people.
Virgin Performance, and I'm going to take it then this is your Virgin podcast.
Yep.
Wow, all right. Yeah.
First
Double
time for
honors.
everything.
All right.
Double honors.
So I know you got a couple of tunes up on your YouTube site. In terms of what folks could expect from the performance, are you guys all original? Are you going to do covers? What to expect at the first show?
So the first show is about 60% covers and our 3 originals. It's mostly covers because we only have our 3 songs out. So we just kind of want to do those 3 songs. But there's also a bunch of songs that we all like that we all decide, hey, let's play these because we know people will actually know these instead of like picking random songs from like, I don't know, out of the blue or out of my wallet or something. It's just pick a song that we all knew, we all liked, and just say, hey, let's work on this and let's see if people like it, basically.
Yeah.
Excellent. So tell us about the covers. Like some of the covers, you don't have to reveal everything, just like at least the bands, so they know what to expect at a Hell's Vortex show.
Well, I'll say this. We're opening with Pantera.
Excellent.
So we're doing Walk by Pantera.
Okay.
So that'll be interesting. We're doing Sepultura. Who's it? Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Now most of them are slipping my head.
Right, always.
Misfits?
I get
They were
it.
playing
Yeah.
the Misfits song.
Yeah, Misfits.
Excellent.
Then what was the other one that we were doing?
Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica. Yeah, we're doing For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica as well.
Excellent. Yeah.
Because our bass, so we recently got our new bass player, and he was like, we talked about doing a Metallica song. Could we do For Whom the Bell Tolls? Kind of, let him do the bass part. I was like, yeah, why not? I love that song. It's not too difficult,
Sure.
per se.
Sure. Excellent.
So, and assuming, that's sort of your roots.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My roots are based in 80s thrash metal / occasionally glam metal, just depending on where it is. But then I got into like 90s like thrash, like Sepultura and all that stuff. But my roots are mainly in 80s thrash, like Megadeth, Metallica, all those bands.
Mine are definitely not.
Yeah.
No, I always grew up on obviously new metal, like Slipknot, but then I also got into like metalcore and like deathcore especially. So coming into like a thrash band was an interesting experience, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's gone pretty well so far.
I was about to say you're at least picking it up very well for not actually doing what we do.
So is that mix of influences driven the originals in a particular direction?
Oh yeah, so a lot of our one of our songs, "Stranded and Cold." They're literally the chorus is just a black metal song, basically, or the chorus is black metal because me and Andrew, we both we like black metal. And I was like, why don't we just use some weird black metal section? And so we decided, hey, let's put it in a chorus of a song that's just way too quick for our own good. And see, that gives you everything right there. And then, but yeah, most of our influence is thrash and death metal. Mostly, we say we're a death thrash metal band because I do the death metal screaming, but I'm also more influenced with thrash, so I'm trying to do a lot of that too now.
Okay.
Trying to pick it up a little bit.
Right. Excellent. Yeah. All right. I didn't know if you were going to continue on from there. All right. I like you. All right. So we go back. We're going to talk about some other different types of things other than the show, if that's okay with you.
That's fine. Yeah.
So we haven't talked a little bit just about more recent rock news, and I love that you just described what you just described in terms of your history with thrash metal. Black metal, we don't necessarily have maybe some black metal topics, but there's been a lot happening more recently kind of with that. Danny, I'm looking over at you and I should ask you, does this all kind of vibe with you? Are you rooted in thrash metal and black metal and death metal?
So my background in music is completely opposite. I started with the pop. I can't listen to this kind of music when I was growing up. I was the country until I turned into middle school where everyone got their emo phase. So I went into that punk phase until I met this one. Okay. When I met this one, he caused the issues of death metal, thrash, etc., etc.
You went most extreme. You went to the most extreme side.
Yeah, it really just happened. I was driving. He said, "Hey, let me put on some music." Oh, that. Everything changed. Okay. And then we went to our first show.
Remember who it was?
Oh, I think it was Throne.
The first
because
show?
that was, I think it was Throne.
The show or just band in general?
The first band you showed me. Or was it DT?
No, it might have been Disembodied Tyrant.
Yeah.
But
because my new favorite band is Shadow. That was our first show we ever went to together.
Okay.
So.
All right. Where was that?
Canal Club.
Really?
Yep, Canal Club.
Yeah. Pulling those memories out. So I'm sorry.
Hey, no, it's one of my favorite things.
Look, I'm always fascinated by this because, people just fall in love with music at different places and different times for different reasons. And it's, to me, it's just haphazard, right? There's no rhyme or reason to it. So it's always interesting to me to hear those stories from people, when it struck them and how.
And then especially listening to their music is my thing is, especially because I've been reading, a lot of managers who manage bands don't like their band's music, and it's weird to me. Like, why are you with them if you don't like their music? Like, I can listen to them and be like, oh, yeah, cool.
Look, I'm gonna
wait, this is them.
I know those guys.
An old school kind of approach towards this. I mean, that's Sharon Osbourne and Ozzy Osbourne, right?
Yeah,
Like, it
absolutely.
wasn't- You know what I mean? Do you feel like you have to rein these two in? You feel to like, you know what I mean? And like deviant practices or whatever, like.
Can I say I plead the fifth on that one?
You can. That's absolutely
Now that she showed up, it's at least a little more professional at practice. Before it was not. It was just us messing around playing music until we got this show won, and then when she came in, it was like, all right, we got to take it a little more serious.
And do you drive the practice then? Is that what it
No,
is?
no. I sit in the corner and I can give them the mom look once in a while, and they're just like, okay, we'll just go back to it. Or I pull out the camera and they're like, I guess we'll do what we're supposed to do.
Gotta be a little professional.
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah, excellent. All right. But anyway, like getting back to it. So we've got some heavy happenings. We've got some news. We've got some topics that Kevin and I haven't talked about. They really kind of refer more back to old school thrash than anything else, just with more recent events. So this is the opinion section, right? Like this is like, you know, with these events, you're kind of like able to chime in and say whatever you feel like saying, like on those heavy happenings.
Well, and I'll say,
Maybe, where did our producer go?
While we're waiting on John to
He didn't
reappear.
yeah.
So I think it's interesting because, and forgive me if my perception is off, but you all seem relatively young.
Yeah.
So to say that, you know, a lot of your influences are 80s based thrash, that's when we grew up.
Yeah.
Right.
So how did that come about? Older brothers, parents?
So the main metal part came from my dad and my uncle. My dad showed me like metalcore, like Avenged Sevenfold, Killswitch Engage. Okay. But then my uncle got me into Iron Maiden and Judas Priest. And that's when I was like, all right, here's my spiral. I'm listening to this now. So now, then it went down to like Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax. Then I got into the like Slayer, Testament, Exodus. That's all the stuff that I still listen to currently.
That's all.
All right, so let me ask you this then. Megadeth or Metallica?
Ooh. That's
Okay.
weird.
See, I
You have
like
a
that.
Russian judge over here. Just like, he will definitely be opinionated on this answer.
My thing is, I like both, but I like certain eras of both.
Okay.
So
That's the safe answer.
I've never heard that.
That's the safe answer.
For Megadeth, I like most of their albums up to about Risk. And then their most recent albums I like too, like Dystopia.
Shitty.
I can agree.
Name?
And then for Metallica, most of their albums I like. It's a lot of that like early 2000s like Saint Anger. It's hard for me to get into Saint Anger. I like some songs off it, but it's most of the up to like And Justice is that my personal influence, especially And Justice for All personally.
You know what? We do a segment called Bottoms Up where we rank, you know, albums according to preference, right?
Yeah.
So like, and actually it's kind of funny. Like we noticed that in terms of an age gap, younger folk tend to go with And Justice as their favorite album.
I like the little bit more like progressive aspect of it because it's I like their old stuff, how it's just simple, you know, 4 on the floor thrash metal.
Yeah.
But with And Justice for All, they kind of turn it into a melodic progressive sound that just makes it make sense.
Okay.
Like if you listen to songs like Eye of the Beholder, that whole just verse with the weird offbeat rhythm, tiny bit sounds amazing to me.
Yeah. Austin, you have an opinion on Megadeth or Metallica?
Oh.
Did you even like go far that far back?
Not really. My furthest I went back was like 98, 99.
Yeah, I
But,
gotcha. I mean, there's that. They're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say you tend to like Metallica. Like if I play Metallica, you tend to like it, or Megadeth. Just depending on the songs.
Yeah.
Especially like Symphony of Destruction. We always joke about that song.
Yeah.
We love that song, but good lord, is it a funny song?
Yep.
Not the topic isn't, but it's a good song.
Sure.
But then like a lot of the stuff I showed you, like Creator, all the German thrash that I like,
yeah.
you like that stuff because it's more of a closer to death metal.
Yeah, you're teetering the edge.
Yeah,
there,
that's
I would
teetering.
say.
Yeah, you're teetering into the death when it was becoming death metal ish. But then, like I showed you, like Testament, and you thought Testament was like, you thought they were good.
I love Testament.
Testament and Pantera.
Texas.
Yeah.
That's where
They
it's at.
crossed over that bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, especially like Testament's. What's that album? Oh Lord, it's in the '90s. I forgot the name of that album.
Practice what you preach.
No, it was the one where Chuck all of us started learning like his like death metal screaming.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
That it's that weird like white and black album that they did
yep.
with I think the song is like Demonic Possession. That
yep,
song is
yep.
like when I first heard that, that's when I started like, all right, I want to learn how to do death screaming.
I want to do that.
I want to do that. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that I like. Like, I could be here all day talking about my favorite music just currently,
That's
but
what we do.
good Lord, no, you'd be here for probably a third of a year.
We got a drop in happening right here, right now. Love it.
Love the fit.
I know. Look, you just joined in the middle of a conversation about death metal and,
Yeah.
and hardcore. And,
Yeah, right.
You know?
We haven't even gotten to the hardcore section yet.
See, hardcore is more my speed, so I could probably do a lot
I
better.
was about to say,
Sure,
yeah,
yeah.
you were the one who got me into Kubla-Khan.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Kubla-Khan,
Kubla-Khan.
please.
Oh, buddy.
All right. So welcome, Dakota. You getting settled?
Yes, I'm settled.
All right. I didn't need to like press you necessarily with a question, but like you know. All right. But, so you like? Are we okay? We can include you in now.
Yeah,
Comfy?
definitely. I am.
All right. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Dakota Bates. I've been playing music for quite a long time since I was a little kid, and excited to do the show with you guys. So
And you're coming in on Saturday, November 8th.
Yes.
Not Friday, November 7th for the Punk Emo Night.
yes, I am.
All right. Excellent. And playing with.
Riot
Yes,
and
that's
emotional
right.
support.
Yes. Yeah. Excellent. So tell us. So you're the solo show that night, like at least for your act. So what are people going to see when they see you?
So I kind of decided to just put together a set list of sort of just the classic emo songs I used to listen to when I was like 15, you know. I've got some Fall Out Boy in there, maybe some Taking Back Sunday, sort
Ooh,
of.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
You might have to come back for
The
that.
heavy hitters.
We might be coming back.
Yep, maybe coming back for that.
So yeah, just gonna try to put together some good tunes that everyone knows and enjoys.
So if I would call Hell's Vortex a thrash/death metal band,
Okay.
their manager is a big emo fan.
Absolutely.
Right? So like everything that you're bringing up, I think is appealing to the person sitting to your
Awesome,
right.
yeah.
See,
Come
this is the
by.
right. This is the right couch.
This is that's their side. This is our side, pretty much.
Well, tell us a little bit. I was looking at your Facebook profile, so it sounds like you have a pretty eclectic mix of material influences. Talk a little bit about what brings you to music.
Sure, yeah. Like I said, since I was a kid, I played music. My dad was a musician, and he was in bands my whole life, and he would play, and I would jump on stage when I was 4, and eventually he'd be like, "All right, you can sing a song, Jesus." So
What was he playing?
he would play. He was actually like a savant. He went to Juilliard. So he would write like classical pieces, but then he would play in bands where he would do kind of like older country music or classic rock, that kind of stuff. Like I said, my stepbrother's been in death metal bands my whole life, so my whole family has had like quite an eclectic influence on me. My stepmom's like a hippie, so it's pretty much every genre I've grown up with. But yeah, then I started to learn how to play the guitar when I was 10, and started gigging about 10 years ago on my own, and yeah, here we are.
All right. And then that's it. You carry the weight yourself.
Yeah, I was in a band for like 2 minutes. Scheduling and that kind of stuff sort of fell apart, but eventually I would like to get in some kind of band. I like the collaboration aspect of it, but I make more money playing by myself though, so can't complain.
So it's interesting because Joanna Horn, who is the lead vocalist in Riot, she does a lot of the same.
Oh,
Right.
cool. Yeah, I'm excited to meet her. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So excellent. So people are going to see mainly covers when they see you, or are all covers? What do they expect to see when they come out on the 8th?
So yeah, for this particular show, it'll be all covers. I am in the process of just sort of writing my own stuff now and trying to get that out there. That's more so geared toward like the gigs that I play around town. But this, I just kind of want to stick to the theme of things. So
Sure.
yeah.
You have a favorite?
A favorite original or a favorite song?
Either.
I do have. I wrote a song recently called "I Can't Take My Cat to Rehab" that I really like. I'm proud of that one.
Emo title.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And it's not even an emo song. It's more of like a Lana Del Rey type.
Oh,
thing.
as you should. As you should.
But yeah, in terms of like the emo bands, like I really loved like Brand New and Taking Back Sunday a lot. My first ever concert in 7th grade was Panic at the Disco. I was obsessed with them.
Sure.
So it's been really fun to like revisit that kind of stuff. You know?
Absolutely.
It's been fun to like put together a set list because when I'm playing at bars and stuff around town, I'm not necessarily playing that type of music because it's like try to gear it toward what the audience wants to hear, and a lot of times like older people at like a sports bar are not trying to hear Taking Back Sunday songs.
right,
So
yeah.
it's been definitely a fun little journey to put these together. So
Yeah.
I'm just happy to know what emo is now.
I know. That was like what 2 years back that emo came out in a conversation, and then there's this classic reel that we had that has a hell of a lot of views. That was Kevin basically saying, "What the fuck is emo?"
Hey, it's a great question, honestly. It depends on who you ask.
Right. And that was a part of the debate that we were having, and then he just looks in the middle and just like boil it all down to that. Yeah, excellent.
Right on.
All right. So, well, we had this question. I don't know if you have an opinion in this one. We've asked a lot of people, and it just came up because of the thrash metal conversation you walked in on. Megadeth or Metallica?
Metallica.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I definitely know more of Metallica, definitely more familiar. But yeah, I would say Metallica.
This guy's
for
like
sure.
Mr. Megadeth.
Really?
Oh,
Damn,
yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Sorry to disappoint.
One.
But actually, we get more Megadeth answers than Metallica typically.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
A lot
That's
of the
interesting.
musicians.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think it's
Consistency.
Dave's a very technical player.
Yeah, I can give you that. I can give him that, especially.
That's the over. I mean, Danny, we never asked you.
Always skipping me. No, it's fine. I'm more Metallica as well.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I mean,
Good choice. Good choice.
It's okay. We'll get Megadeth will get some love someday. At least by
I
regular
feel
people.
like when I'm around these two enough and the rest of the band, I'm gonna be slowly turning.
No, we barely play Megadeth.
Okay, never
So
mind.
you're fine.
so a lot of times when we do segments with bands, when we do like a regular podcast segments, we would have already done them. Kevin and I would have already talked about them. So that's kind of nice because then we just let the bands talk. So
Yeah.
as a fair warning, we have not talked about any of this yet. So that's what we were talking about when you were walking in, Dakota. We were talking about transitioning to a segment that we call Heavy Happenings, which is just recent rock news. And this is really kind of a tour heavy news era right now, just because a lot of those events have happened right now. So, we can chime in and just have some open discussion if that's okay. A little move away from the show and about you guys and just kind of talk about this and see where that conversation goes. Look, and I got, just for the record, the art department has cooler fonts. Oh, John, that's right. John is like cut off and he's just completely. Can you hear me in any kind of way?
I can.
Oh, you got a board
I don't,
mic.
yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that's different font because I downloaded what you sent.
Oops.
I know.
Uh-oh.
You had two
need to
PowerPoints in there
update
too.
your
I got
version
both
of
of them here.
PowerPoint.
And they both have that same slide.
Yeah. We need some like software updates back there. Because that's not very,
It's not very metal.
no. Yeah, like it's very readable. That's nice. But
Is
like,
metal readable? Not at all.
I was about to say.
It's not
Usually
supposed
not.
to be.
Okay.
I
do
mean,
you have like, is that the logo for
No.
Hell's Vortex?
Well,
So
that was our old one. That's our first EP's
Gotcha.
cover.
until I came around,
Then
and then
she
I
made our
a
new logo.
Right. And so we have to see this
Can you,
logo.
can you
like,
read
I
the
can-
name?
Yeah, because
Yes.
normally
You
it's
can read it,
like a twisted
unfortunately.
tree or something, right?
No.
Right?
Okay. I jokingly said we should do that, but then I was like, if no one can read it, there's no point. Yeah, here, show it to
Exactly.
them.
That's very readable.
That's our new logo.
Yeah,
I
that's
saw that on one of your social
I'm gonna
feeds.
try to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even
That-
like with the small phone, like leaning up on the camera, you could probably make out the white portions of the
Yeah.
lettering.
That's
I
one of my
like it. I like
biggest
that.
rubs
Thank
with
you.
death metal.
Yeah.
bands. If you can't read the name,
What's the point?
why? I don't care even if you sound good.
Yeah, it's like you got to be able to at least know what our name is. Because we also I give
and market yourself.
yeah. I give her all the credit because I tried for months to make a new logo. I just couldn't think of something, and then she was like, "All right, let
Give
me
me a
make
day.
an-"
I got
Yep.
you.
Then literally like an hour and a half later, I already had like the font for each letter sent to me. I was like, "All right, I'm good."
I have multiple logos. I have that one. I have just the HV. He made another logo that's more of that death
The
metal
unreadable.
that you can't read.
Right, right.
That's disgusting, but I love it. So
Dakota, you have these issues. You just go like throw it out there. Like,
Oh, my logo is just very whimsical, I would say. A little more on that end.
Okay, but it is a logo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a buddy make it for me, so it's got like sparkly blue letters and a heart in the middle.
Darn it.
Kind of the opposite of the death metal font.
Darn it, Austin. We need a pretty pink logo.
Pretty pink
We need
logo.
pretty pink. Yeah, make a pretty and pink one for our
So-
definite pink hats we're making.
I will start doing that today.
With the contrast between your like these two acts, like it is kind of funny. I think this is the first time that we've had two different bands from two different nights on the show.
Oh, cool.
You know, so like normally if it's multiple bands, it's the same night and the same theme.
Yeah.
But you guys, this is kind of interesting, like doing the compare and contrast with death metal and emo.
Yeah.
I love
Right.
them in between because I listen to both, so I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, okay.
You like our Venn diagram? Like
Right.
That's why you're sitting where you are on the
Safety,
couch.
safety.
Absolutely.
I mean, the thing is, a lot of metal guys, at least some of the newer guys, at least somewhat grew up with the emo stuff. So
Sure.
we at least know it.
It's like a transition, I feel.
Yeah.
Like. You start
Absolutely.
in one place and then you kind of move on
Yeah.
to heavier stuff.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was my problem.
Did you just go straight into it?
I had never. I mean, I'm kind of in my.
You're in a lane.
I'm in my lane.
Yeah.
Understood, yeah.
I'll listen to stuff outside of it, but
And your
but yeah,
kids never.
post 2000. That's
Your
That- yeah.
kids, you, like Kevin has metal kids. Like they never,
As you
they
should.
stayed in the lane too. Like
Yeah.
they never really like Jake is not an emo guy.
no.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like they really kind of stuck to, you know, your stuff if they went in metal.
Well, they were forced to listen to it. But I like all kinds of music, but
Yeah.
you know, the newer stuff, like I said, post 2000, it's a little
It's iffy.
little vague to me.
I mean, a lot of that
in
stuff.
some cases.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff he turned me on to because before he came into the band, I was only listening to 80s thrash, 80s death metal. Then he came in and it was like he was like, "All right, here's all this stuff from like post 2000, and try to enjoy it." And I was like, "Okay." I like a lot of it. Some of it was still. It took me a minute to get into, but some of the newer stuff I like a lot. Even some more than some of the older stuff at times too.
Yeah, even a lot of the new metal. There's only certain bands I really listen to.
Oh yeah, there's only a couple I'll listen to. I'll occasionally listen to Korn, Limp Bizkit, all those guys. A lot of the
like coming back, aren't they?
Yeah.
They resurfaced.
Absolutely.
They were.
I feel it's like it's like a 30-year cycle, right? 30-year cycle. Like what is old is new. You know, like
Right.
it becomes
Fred Durst
relevant.
is like Michael Myers just coming back.
Yeah.
They're running out of money. They got to come back.
Yeah, I was about to say. Look what Slayer did. Slayer retired for what 3 years, came back, and now they're doing somewhat better than they were before. So hey, I don't mind it.
All right. Let's get to a news event. We'll keep this going with this love, you know, for this thrash metal because I think we're not starting with thrash metal.
Oops.
Darn.
And
This is something I'm a little bit passionate about because you know I go back even to like I'm a big grunge guy, 90s grunge.
Yep.
Yeah. We're waiting for the slide, John. What are you doing in there?
there we go.
All right. And this to me, this is the
the
remnants of
font.
Nirvana, right? This is the remnants. So Heavy Happening #1. So Kevin and I got our tickets today. So Foo Fighters return with a 2026 stadium tour. So we've been talking about this a lot. Do you guys are you appreciative of any way of the Foo Fighters, first of all?
I love
yeah.
Foo Fighters.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
My mom grew me up on that, so like that's where I started personally.
Okay. Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
Have you seen them
Yeah, I
live?
think I'm a Dave Grohl fan in general.
Right.
I don't know that I listen to. It's not like I'm listening to the Foo Fighters all the time, but I'm a fan of him as just like a person,
Right.
and a talent. So yeah.
So like we've talked about this over the year. Like this is why this is a relevant story, I think, for our podcast, because you had the fall of Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
Right? Like more recently where people like you're describing yourself may not necessarily listen to the Foo Fighters music, but appreciate him.
Yeah.
You're right. And then the positive projection and even kind of quasi family man, you know, he wasn't like necessarily a deviant rock guy.
Right. That
And
we
then he
knew
ha-
of, I guess.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? Then he has this fallout, right? He had the affair. I don't know if
Yeah,
you guys
that
know
whole thing, yep.
Exactly, right? And then that kicked the Foo Fighters out. Like that, then there's no more Foo Fighters because he is dealing with personal issues for a long chunk of time. So it goes from a major stadium act in rock and roll to no stadium acts in rock and roll, except for maybe Metallica. Yep. We were saying that Metallica kind of drove that. So I feel like that's the relevance of this news is that there's a rock stadium act that's reemerged and now has a stadium tour.
Well, and we talked about, you know, we did a what are the odds segment even before that drama came up about Foo Fighters
What's
because
the percentage chance that they're going to come back and actually do something like
there
this?
was some inkling that, you know, that the album they released was going to be potentially their last album.
Yep.
Were they going to keep
Taylor Hawkins
touring?
passing.
Yeah, and Taylor Hawkins passed away. Dave Grohl's mom. So there was a lot of
Taylor
iffy
Hawkins
stuff.
passes away. Dave Grohl's mom passes away. He gets involved with a love child. He has a love child, not even an affair, but even now a new child in his life. So what was going to happen to Dave Grohl?
Other thing is,
Now he needs money.
He's got an extra mouth to feed now.
rock and roll in our generation isn't that big anymore either.
absolutely.
Right.
So like
No, yeah.
you can talk to, honestly, I could go back to campus and be like, hey, what do you listen to? You won't hear rock and roll. You won't hear metal unless you see like specific people. And it's just, it's
Yes.
kind of sad, honestly. It's dying out.
That is why you were the manager, Danny. Because that is, you were like hit that nail like right on the head. That's what I think is the relevance of this story is there's another stadium act that's back in
Finally.
rock and roll.
Yeah. No, yeah. Going in my high school, there was like maybe a small group of maybe 15 of us who actually enjoyed metal, listened to it constantly, which was weird because even that many people was interesting. Because when I grew up, nobody listened to Iron Maiden.
Right.
Like I was coming to school in a leather jacket or a jean jacket with patches, and they're just like, "What are you wearing? You hillbilly looking guy?" I'm like, "What do you mean? It was my childhood, and I embrace it. I don't care what people think about that. It's
Yeah.
my childhood. I'm gonna embrace it with all my heart."
Right. Right. Yeah. So Austin, and you said like, especially with your kind of like, you know, your tastes now, you started here. You started with the Foo Fighters?
More or less, yeah. It was a lot of like, so like my mom got me in on like Foo Fighters, like Green Day, like kind of like that stuff where it's like, she grew up on classic rock, but then she started seeing what I was really interested in. So she was like, probably Led Zeppelin's not the way to go. But then, yeah, I appreciate them now. But like back then I was like, ew, what is this classic?
These old men.
Blink 182 for the win.
Yeah, like old Blink. Eventually that transitioned to like, eventually I found Avenged Sevenfold on YouTube, and I was like, this is the heaviest thing I've ever heard.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And then, yeah, but yeah, once I heard once I heard Taylor Hawking passing, that was
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
that was just rough. Because
Yeah.
he was a big thing for me, drumming growing up. Was
Sure.
a lot of the early Foo Fighter stuff. So then when I heard that, I was like, damn.
Right. So there's another bend as we talk about like when you're bringing up Danny, like there's not as necessarily a wide as an audience as there used to be for rock and roll. But like something that we've talked about here is we want to see it again in something like the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Right.
yeah.
Right. So that really hasn't been, I think Tom Petty is what we labeled as like the last major rock performer that played in the Super Bowl in 2009.
In my opinion, Metallica should have gotten the Super Bowl this year
Yes,
and not
in San
Bad Bunny.
Francisco.
My opinion.
In San
Absolutely.
Francisco. Right. And that's not like, I feel like we started to talk about that. It's not a political opinion. It's just it's a love of rock and roll,
Yeah.
right? Like that's why we say that. Not that Bad Bunny is a bad guy, just
Yeah.
we want to, and they play Metallica left and right
Yeah.
anytime you go to any type of stadium event, whether it's
Yeah.
basketball, football, baseball. So, yeah.
Enter Sandman is their most popular song because it's very easy to play at a basketball game,
Michigan
a
that
football
plays
game.
it.
Yeah,
Recognize
so
it.
does
Virginia Tech.
Virginia.
yeah,
Tech.
Virginia
My
Tech.
bad.
Yeah, I was about to say Virginia Tech.
We're both from Virginia Tech, so.
Sorry. I grew up in Michigan, so everything in my head is like Michigan. My bad.
We're starting beef on the podcast.
So yeah, so that I feel like, Kevin, this is exciting news. That
It's great news.
It is amazingly great news. So we're happy to see this. So yeah, we're gonna bring him here to the Salisbury Center, right, John? John is
If you can bring Metallica to the Salisbury Center, we better be on with them. Because good lord, that would be awesome. That'd be the
like
one moment
life-changing.
I would do it and then just quit. I'd be done. I play with Metallica, I'm gone.
so we did the Four Horsemen, and I opened for him.
Yep.
I mean, you know,
Look, being a Hetfield guy, I can't say that I would never want to open for Metallica. I would, but I don't want to think that yet because we're still just starting. But
Yeah.
I love James Hetfield.
Yeah.
Literally the whole reason I'm wearing my skull ring is
right.
Hetfield.
Nice.
And the whole reason I bought my Venom t-shirt that I'm wearing today.
I love your vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great vision. All right, let's get to heavy happening number 2. All right, we're going. This is gonna be interesting with you, Austin, with this one. We're going with Turnstile. So this is at a Turnstile show in Richmond. I don't know. Like, I'm curious just your opinion on Turnstile, because this is a little bit controversial, right?
Yeah.
Turnstile. Oh, it should says as a typo. In there. That's, Kevin wrote this slide. Turnstile says pepper spraying 15-year-old is cowardly. All right, so this is that's the quote from the news story.
What's the context?
Pepper spray. Yes, exactly. I'm glad you guys are good. I'm glad you brought all that up.
So there was a security guard that was
Richmond,
working
Virginia.
the show.
Look,
in
Alex.
Richmond.
Alex piped up on this one. I love it.
And they were playing the song "Birds."
Yes.
I think.
Closing.
The closing song.
It's a badass song.
It's a
Unless
great song.
Austin might punch me for saying that.
They also recently did a Little Desk concert.
Yeah, and they staged it.
that.
It was so
Yeah.
cool.
So they
Hoses to hand tools, lighting to ladders. Granger has the right stuff right when you need it. So you can fix, build, maintain.
Players didn't bring him in. That's us.
New body cam video
So
obtained
the
by
band
CBS
invites
6
the
shows
fans
the
up on
moments
stage
leading up to a
to
Richmond sheriff.
stage dive, do what they do. And as they're going up there, and John's right on the money, so he pulls up the video.
That's the band
And
was inviting people to
one guard
stage.
just started pepper spraying the kid that jumped up on
After
the
this
stage.
man tells the
That's super messed up.
who
Yeah.
appears to be the team that was sprayed
welcoming it,
being
then
lifted
why-
over
Yeah,
the
why-
barrier
yeah.
just seconds
That's y'all's
before.
whole thing, and you just spray a kid.
Yeah, what's the point? Like,
Can I chime in on this?
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
okay, on this
that's what I'm
one.
saying. That's just why I chose this story, because I know there's going to be different opinions about this.
It's like, I get it. It's not right to pepper spray a kid, but a lot of times when bands do these stunts, do these things, they don't tell the house, they don't tell the security. So from the security standpoint, they're seeing a bunch of people jump over the barricade because they have ears in, so they're not aware that the band's invited them on, and so they just see a bunch of people jumping on stage, and so they're coming from the aspect of threats in today's society. So they're trying to stop it. And they're outnumbered at that point, so their next resort is pepper spray. Do I think it's fucked up? A kid got sprayed, yeah, but at the same time, from the front of house perspective, it's like you're trying to control the stage.
But why that kid specifically? Like, why wasn't there
There's
more
so many
pepper
other people.
sprays? Yeah.
I didn't see where did he get
Boss
sprayed.
would
I'm
love
gonna
this
try
guy. I
and
could
find
say
where he
that
got
Jeff
sprayed at.
Salisbury of the Salisbury Center would just give John a big kiss after what he just said.
Like,
Just
I
a great
understand.
big
So I
kiss.
think it just happened to be proximity of where that guard was standing and the kid getting on stage would be my guess.
I mean, I can see
Alex,
both
you
sides.
you want a microphone here? You want to pop into this one? Here, go ahead. Because
Come on in,
I can
Alex.
tell, man, you're dying.
He's-
And when they
he's
jump
right.
to, like, you don't know that
it's
it's a
interesting
15-year-old
because I was
kid.
going to say I knew some of the members of Turnstile when they were around 15.
Yeah.
And they used to play my festival for a couple years in a row in Sterling, back around like 2006, 2005. And we didn't pepper spray anybody at those.
Right. You manage that crowd.
Back at the community center days, we would always have to hire 2 Loudoun County Sheriff's deputies, and they usually hang out in their car in the parking lot and occasionally come in, and things are popping off. They'd look at me, and I'd go like this.
Right.
And then they'd be like, all right, Alex is going to handle it.
Right.
And if somebody got out of control, I handled it.
Right.
But nobody had to get arrested or go to jail or get pepper sprayed or hit with a baton.
Right. Yeah.
So it's scary when a security guard does stuff like that.
Yeah. All right.
But I also understand
Exactly
that
right.
This man
at a
tells
bigger
another
show.
deputy.
Yeah, I guess there's like a debrief before, I guess is
Right.
right. Would have
Yeah.
been like, hey, we let the kids run up here, like, don't hurt them.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's clear from the barricades that they were not encouraging any type of stage diving or moshing, because that's a huge distance. Like the kids that made those gaps were impressive. They were athletes, and they were making it across there. They were making it across that gap.
If you're good enough, you can. Because I've been at a Slayer show where they dove over the orchestra pit back into the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The other thing too is like if
This just
something
leads
was
me
to
to another
happen,
important
if the
question
conversation
for the
would
group
be
is,
why
has
didn't
anyone else
I
here
just
other
keep
than
talking
myself
over him.
head walked before?
Hold on a second, John. Wait, what is it? Because Alex didn't hear you. Go ahead,
Oh,
John.
you guys had fun. Sorry, I thought you were just trying to talk over me. Go down. Go for it.
What? I'm sorry.
No, I was asking, in addition to stage diving, has anybody here other than myself ever head walked, which is where you jump off the stage and run across people's heads?
I've been the head.
No.
A few times.
Good Lord.
No. That also takes a lot of athleticism and balance.
Look, if you can do that, you may as well be on an NBA court. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you can jump
Ninja
from,
Warrior.
if you can just jump from the barricades to the stage,
Yeah.
you belong on an NBA court. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. John, what were you saying?
No, I just think it's a failure of communication.
Yeah, that's
Because
that's
a
what
lot
I
of
was.
times, like they'll tell the head of security. Head of security doesn't pass that along to all the people you're paying minimum wage to stand in front of the stage too. Like they don't pass that all the way down the chain. So like from their perspective, they just don't see that.
Right.
Because like there's so many failures in that one video. It goes from the band to what people were doing to the sheriffs. Like, how hard is it to say, hey, by the way, at this set, at this time, we're going to say, if you want to come on stage, come on up.
Yeah.
It takes what?
Even just like an announcement. Like
Right.
I said,
It takes like 5 seconds maximum.
Stage time.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Exactly.
there could have been way better coordination with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's jacked up that a 15-year-old kid got pepper sprayed, but I mean, you should have coordinated it at least a tiny bit better with the house people, because then they would have not seen it as a threat.
Right.
That kid might have like gone home too with like a cool story. Like, I got pepper
Yeah.
sprayed at the show. I'm so pumped.
not rock and roll, this is rock and
He
roll.
might have been happy. Yeah.
Walking home like, yeah, I got pepper sprayed.
as-
What you gonna do
I'm the
about it?
man, dude.
I can't see, but
As the kids say, he got dad lore. Is what he got.
Austin, I got to ask you, what do you think of Turnstile? You be honest. You be honest.
Yeah. I've listened to little of them recently.
Oh, okay.
That was a band I never really got into. It was more
Okay.
just I knew of them.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because there's a I don't know, like there's a progression with their sound that kind of moved into what is a more popular sound for them now.
Yeah.
That I mean, I got to admit, I like it, but it's also not like when they call themselves a hardcore band. You hear it more in their earlier sound than in their more new sound, and I know that there's been Turnstile fans that have reacted to that. They didn't just like that so much.
Yeah. From the recent stuff I've heard of them, I can definitely hear like the old just not generic, but like
a
hardcore-
Bad Brains kind of, yeah,
hardcore,
Yeah.
how you were saying, like getting on the stage, like just destroying the venue,
right.
but it's all like controlled to a sense.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, I can definitely tell like they've kind of not like chilled out, but like kind of more mainstream
Yeah.
hardcore, and that's
Well,
like Knock Loose and all that.
Yes. And they've definitely embraced more electronics in their sound,
Yeah.
you know, over time, which is kind of surprising listening for me, because I got into more later and then went back, backtracked into their catalog. And then I heard more what you're describing, more that hardcore approach. Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of modernizes it in a sense. If it's like more electronic based, because like if you have just 4 dudes playing in a garage, like you can't really do much. But then when you're that big, like you can experiment, and, like, oh, what would this sound like?
Yeah.
Hey, Austin, don't say that. We most people experiment, even if you're in a garage. Look at us.
Look, this is ultimately a local story too, which I'm happy about. Baltimore band with, on the rise, on a big rise, and then the events happening in Richmond. So like that was after the Richmond show, and I've really kind of been looking for them, Alex. You have some background with them too, to really kind of play more around this area, but they seem to kind of dodge it more recently.
Yeah, the most recent concert I saw around here was Volbeat, and that was a Jiffy Lube, and I was even shocked that they came there, of all places. I mean, most people, if they come to Virginia, they go to either the Canal Club or Norfolk. That's it. And traveling, Norfolk's what, 4 hours away? Most people don't want to drive, 3 to 4 hours with traffic to go see a show. No offense,
right?
But
Unless you're staying there, like you have to make like a weekend out of it.
Where like Jiffy, if people play Jiffy Lube or here, shameless promotion, if they play at Salisbury Center,
right?
I mean, it's local to most, at least people who live in Virginia who like metal. There is a crowd here.
Sure.
You just have to find it.
Right. All right.
Can I
Any more thoughts
retract
on
my
Turnstile?
statement?
We're gonna move on to the next one. Heavy Happening. We got 3, or we got 4. I'm sorry. This is Heavy Happening number 3. We're moving on to 4. All right. This is a throwback. This is old school. I mean, we're getting into some classic rock territory with a new face, though. All right. There's a new face and a new bend on this. All right, Kevin, you want to read it?
Sure, yeah. So Geddy Lee says that Anika Niles didn't grow up as a Rush fan. So they recently announced, after a lot of debate, whether they were going to, and the death of Neil Peart, whether or not they were going to tour. I think, they played the Taylor Hawkins tribute shows. They got a lot of good reviews from that. I think it kind of started to create an itch that Alex and Geddy Lee wanted to potentially scratch. And so they found a drummer and now they're going out on tour.
Yeah. And it's really kind of interesting how they found that drummer, right? Like Geddy Lee, I think, is a bit of an aficionado of all types of music. Had a great, I don't know if you ever watched on his, had a 4-part series on Hulu, a 4-hour series. And the bass players are human too, right? You really kind of see like his diverse tastes and different types of music and musicians in that. And so he found Anika Niles along the way. And this is a bit of a controversial story for Rush fans.
Yeah.
You guys have any thoughts on this?
Was she in a band before? Like, how did he find her?
So, as the story goes, it was actually his bass tech introduced her to Getty as a potential option because she toured with Jeff Beck on Jeff Beck's last tour. She was the drummer. So she's a German classically trained drummer, has done a number of different albums.
Classically trained, you're a percussionist. I can hear my girlfriend coming at me right now with that one.
Yeah, as a drummer, there's
it's like if I say tuba, she gets all lit up. And it's a sousaphone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But so
like a Dr. Seuss
just saying.
Percussionist.
A percussionist, exactly.
So she can play the triangle too.
Yes.
I think most people can play the triangle, in my opinion. All you do is take a little thing and just ding.
So yeah, so introduced through that, an acquaintance.
Yeah.
That's some big shoes to fill, though. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good lord, yeah.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just see.
And watch a couple of her videos on YouTube. She's phenomenal.
Absolutely. So that's I think that's the defense of this and Geddy Lee's decision is Geddy Lee is that aficionado. So we also see in our social media because we not only have Rush fans that are followers of this show, but we are friends of ours then too.
A lot
that
of
have
friends
a
that are
lot of
huge
like
fans.
mixed anger about this.
Maybe it could be a good thing, though. Like, she's kind of fresh. Like,
right.
she's more moldable. If she's not, like, such a diehard fan and just, like, memorize, like, everything, it just like, might be an easier fit in a weird way. Than, you know? I don't know.
I hope that makes a real out of this conversation. I cannot
I don't know,
wait
all the
to
Rush
see-
fans are going to come get me.
I cannot wait to see the response on
Well,
that.
certainly the Rush purists. You know, it's the debate we kind of had when we were talking about Linkin Park.
Oh, yeah.
Replacing
I
the
have
lead
an opinion.
vocalist.
Yeah. I got
Does the
opinions
band
about
become new?
All right.
Or
Absolutely.
Pantera with what they've been doing?
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's not, in my opinion, it's not Pantera. But,
Yeah.
you know, back to this, that's what the Rush purists are saying.
Right.
They should have just stayed retired.
Right.
Because you can't replace Neil Peart.
That's kind of the question. Is nothing better than this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have a lot of the purist fans coming after me. I don't mind it. I think it's cool because I'm a big Rush fan.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, yeah, do I miss Neil? Sure. Is it not gonna be the same? Yeah. But I mean, it's still nice to at least someone's trying at the least. You know, someone's trying and at least can get the songs played for a newer generation of people.
Yeah.
We've
I
always
saw Primus play Rush like a year. That was weird as hell. It was cool, but it was like, I don't know, it was a weird experience.
we always say in the show, like, it's the value of live music. You have to go as much as you can because at some point it's going to stop. You know what I mean?
And I think that's what it is, right? You know, you look at, you know, they came out of retirement, quote unquote, for the Taylor Hawkins tribute, and then now the Ozzy farewell. You know, now Aerosmith is talking about doing a tour, a farewell tour. So I think, you know, it's one last chance to see those, at least those two guys play that music again. And so I think that's why the ticket demand has been great, and it's exploded, and they're adding more dates, and they've expanded the tour. So I think it's great for live music.
All right, so I got to get to Austin and Lincoln Park. I know this wasn't like happening.
Just wait till we get to the Pantera one for me.
Like, he's like a silent assassin, like sitting over next to me. You know what I mean? Like, so like the conversation comes up, and I see the look in your eyes. Like you just get like hungry.
We've had this conversation together.
We've had this before. That's why I know pretty much know what he's gonna say.
Dying to hear.
Yeah, because I mean, again, I grew up on all that stuff. So, like, when they originally, I think it was just the way they announced it originally.
Sure.
Was like they haven't played in a long time. I think the what's his name, Nick Shin something, but I can't remember his name. But like he was still performing their songs for a little bit.
Okay,
kind of on his
gotcha now.
own.
Yeah.
The band wasn't really doing much, and then they released the unreleased tracks from like early thousands. With the original Chester vocals. I was like, when they first released that, I was like, ooh. But it's also, I feel like they were kind of going off of him.
Yeah.
He's passed like a long time.
Yeah, 2017. I think is when it was.
I don't know. I just don't really, I didn't agree with it initially.
But
it was also new music, so I was like, why not?
Yeah.
And then they got Emily. And initially she was. I felt like she was kind of doing a Chester impression,
Right.
And you can't beat Chester.
Yeah, right?
Come on. But
Right.
I mean, as I listened to more of the new record, it was more of like I could hear she was kind of still trying to fill his shoes because again, it's hard to beat Chester, especially a lot of the Linkin Park fans like strangle you if you're like no, the new Linkin Park.
Right.
I feel like she's found her new sound now, and they've kind of found their new sound. Like it's kind of going back to.
So you've been won over, is what I'm hearing. Maybe
it took a long time.
Yeah,
but
I showed him one of the new songs off the new album, and he was like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's new Linkin Park." He was like, "What?"
Yeah, I denied it originally. I was like, "This is not Linkin Park."
I didn't see. I was the same way. I denied it, but then I started listening to it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I was same as what he said. It's like, yeah, it seems like she's trying to kind of find her place, but you can also tell she's trying to kind of. I think she's trying to give the fans what they want, but at the same time, it's harder to.
Right. Well, of course. Right.
And I'll say it. It's hard to fill Chester's shoes. Right. I don't think most people can.
Right.
To be honest with you.
I mean,
No one can. I'm sorry. I have to step in on that one.
That's fine,
No
yeah.
one can.
Do you think they should have changed their name?
Absolutely. Personally,
I mean,
started stepping, but absolutely.
or at least something, not fully changed, but similar, maybe. Just like, or like, hey, maybe just like, hey, the reunion of Linkin Park, or something. Kind of like how Pantera's doing it, like the Pantera tribute, or however they call it. I see.
Who is still in Pantera at this point?
Phil
Is it just
and
Phil?
Rex,
Okay.
the bass player.
The heart and soul of the band is dead.
Yeah, that
Rip-
Pantera died when that happened.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
like-
you got a good heart and soul coming in to replace. I mean, Zach Wilde.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
It's different though.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, because he's such a strong.
And if they
Yeah.
want to do that as a tribute band, okay.
Sure.
But when now there's been some articles that said, oh, maybe we'll record.
Yeah,
I'm
make
like,
new music.
That's
That's
where
different.
I
That's a
draw the
little
line.
different. Yeah.
Right.
I can agree. I like that they at least have been trying to, because a lot of new people haven't really listened to Pantera.
Yeah.
So getting to hear like Cowboys from Hell or Domination or all those fun songs that no one really heard since
Walk.
Walk. No,
Wink,
people
wink, nudge,
weren't wink wink nudge. Haven't been able to stage dive since 2003 when they split fully or
Right.
something close to that, or 2004.
Right.
It was weird. So now in 2024 or 23 when they came back and played with Metallica, seeing them play live, it's just like, huh. I mean, it's interesting, but since I'm a big Dimebag fan, it's really weird.
Did
But
you see them play with Metallica when they were here?
no, I didn't see them, but I knew a couple people who did.
Did they say it was good? Was it good?
Yeah, they said it was.
It was good.
it
I mean,
adequate?
they're all great musicians, and and Zach Wilde has got a very distinctive guitar tone and
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, right.
And he supposedly worked with Dimebag's guitar tech.
Yeah.
To try and match his sound. And for the most part, he kind
It's
of
close.
does.
Yeah.
But you still hear Zach.
Yeah.
His style
Or-
is like very
it's the-
distinct.
It's the forever chorus pedal. That's what it is.
But I did see them with the original members. So
Yep.
Yeah. Hard to
You're living
compare.
the shoes I want to live in.
Absolutely.
I'd love to stage dive off a Pantera show.
Yeah. I mean, Chester Bennington, remember, he did a little run with Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah.
So, it was kind of like a step in there, too, right? Like after Scott Weiland passed. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, it's kind of we've talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
When you have that strong of a personality in a band, should a band change their name, rename themselves, or still try to identify with the older stuff?
Yeah.
There's no right answer to that question.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Alex.
Alex.
This is going to be a controversial opinion. I'm just astounded that the whole room is such Linkin Park fans. Maybe I'm just a weird old school punk, but I find their whole catalog unlistenable.
Oh,
I
wow.
know.
Hey, all right,
Wait.
man.
Same. Well, I respect him as like a vocalist, but I've never been.
See, but I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those
Sorry,
people to be
guys, don't
offended.
hate me. I'm sorry.
No.
I know we were friends. We were friends. What
The
happened?
couch divided.
I'm not offended.
The couch
To
is
be
all
honest,
good to go.
I'm exiled.
no,
I'm not offended by that.
yeah, I was about to say
comment.
me neither. Like, it's not a very
I think
I know
I just
people.
only know like
yeah.
the song he did with like Jay-Z or something. I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know enough. Where I'm just like, I don't know. It reminds me of being like 10 and like listening to songs in the car, just being like, I don't know about this.
I think I'm such a big fan because that was the first emo band I listened to. Like that was my first band, not emo, excuse me. But like my first
check yourself.
I was about to say, check yourself.
My bad.
We're about to get.
See, that's the question. What is emo?
Yeah,
I used the wrong word. How dare
Yeah, they're
I?
new metal, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
I've always found them more like not really new metal.
Well, I call it close. I think it's mostly because of the mix with rapping. That's mostly it.
That's fair, yeah.
And also, that doesn't offend me because for a good few years, I was not the biggest Linkin Park fan.
Yeah.
But then my last couple years of high school, I really grew into them. So I was like, I can see why people don't like them and why they do like them.
Yeah, and I guess I probably just don't know a lot by them
Yeah.
either. I was just always just been like, not my cup of tea. Yeah.
All right, we're going to get to our last one. We're going to close.
Man, I just queued up a Linkin Park video.
Oh, did you?
Which song?
Which one?
What's that? Sure. Yeah, sure.
We're going to do this.
Hey, John, you're jumping.
Good lord, that hair.
Trying to take the best of me.
That's when everyone wore those really baggy jeans with the wallet chains.
Exactly.
Jinko
Good.
jeans.
Yeah.
I wish I would.
That's at least was sort of within our time.
Sure.
Where like some of the stuff that I listen to, I can't even like physically go back to see besides videos.
I will say Chester's scream is different than a lot of other people's
Yeah.
because his is very painful.
Yeah, it's high.
Everybody else's is angry. You can feel everything he's been through when he has that mic in his hand and you can hear it.
No,
And
yeah.
everything else is just anger.
Sure.
And any Linkin Park stands, please don't cancel us because she said emo.
I made a mistake. It's absolutely my fault. I'm sorry. Wrong
This is
word.
one person's comment, not the whole band. You're fired.
Yeah, Rush fans and Linkin Park fans.
This podcast is going to get taken down.
Just like older Canadian dudes, and then I don't know.
Look, our bass player's a Rush fan. It'd be easier to get his opinion, and he's fine with it. Actually, I think, at least from what I remember him telling me.
Sure.
So hey,
right. It's, to me, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I go back to that.
Yeah, that's at least how I see it. It's better than nothing. I mean, I'd prefer to see. They're still young enough where they can still play perfectly fine.
Sure.
Why not take advantage of it?
Absolutely.
And they love it. They love those songs. I mean, I heard that they got like a keyboard player and all that stuff too. And I'm like, hey, if it makes the live show fun, why not?
Sure.
Just why not?
Sure.
Well, when you're 80, you can't play bass and keyboards and everything else at the same time.
I'll give you that one.
All right, heavy happening number 4. This is Kevin. We're closing on Kevin, and then Jeff. This is going to be one for you too. So, like, so this is this is going back to that '80s thrash style, or just
September 11th, baby.
Here we
That's
go.
when they're playing
All right.
here.
Iron Maiden announced their North American tour with Megadeth. That's really kind of the substantial piece, and that's why I'm calling out Kevin and Anthrax.
Yep.
All right, so even more important, really than the Iron Maiden headliner, to me, is the Megadeth portion of this, because this is it for them.
It is, but he's also said, they were asked or offered to do this. So this is going to be the prelude
to the final
their
run.
headlining.
Right.
Oh, I
farewell
thought this
tour.
was the farewell. No, so this is a prelude to it. Really?
Correct.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because he said they're doing a full tour where
Worldwide
they're
tour.
the headliners. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
means that I'll get to see him at least twice around here. So yeah,
Actually, what did you think of their new single from Megadeth?
it's awesome.
Yeah, see, I thought the same thing too. I was like, the last album I thought was good, but then when the new single dropped, I was like, all right, is this going to sound similar? No, this sounds a little different. It sounds.
It's a little bit heavier.
Oh yeah,
The
I was
bridge
shocked.
part in the middle has
Yeah.
almost
It's groovy. It's
Yeah.
very it's
at
very
least a
groovy.
groove metal feel to it,
Yeah.
and the vocals.
Yeah.
But with the exception of Risk, and we talked about this, we did. Megadeth has been what they were from when they started.
Right.
Yeah, I
Just
agree.
a pure thrash band, where Metallica, post and Justice for All.
see hearts popping out of his head?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
After Post and Justice for All, people will say they ceased to exist as a thrash band.
Yeah, no, I can say that they kind of went back to it with Death Magnetic, but then like anything from like
That's Rick Rubin's touch on that album.
Yeah. But like Load, Reload, which I love those albums, are not thrash. They are hard rock at best.
Absolutely.
Besides one singular song off Load that I am not going to say the name of unless you allow cussing. Yeah, the song Ain't My Bitch is the closest thing to a thrash song on those albums, and it's one of my favorites.
But that's the deep find.
Yeah, it's the opening song.
Yeah,
That's why.
Like I said, we did a bottoms up. We did a bottoms up for Megadeth. We did it for Metallica, and those albums that you're bringing up were way at the top of the.
I mean,
they were not like towards the. They were at the bottom, not the top.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind Load, Reload. It was Saint Anger where I just was like, not really. I'm gonna be honest. It's that drum tone.
I was gonna say, what do you mean that snare is iconic?
That's it's iconic, but not for a good reason. It sounds like you're taking a drumstick to a trash can and trying to stab it.
Should.
You know what?
By the way, so like in this thrash conversation, Austin just nodded it off. He did the full,
asleep.
Yeah.
No,
I think he said cute. I think that came out of his mouth.
Yeah, Austin physically thinks Metallica's just cute. Little cute,
Adorable.
Four cute guys who play worldwide tours. Still.
So I pinch their cheeks.
Goofy little goobers.
Aside from the Megadeth piece, Maiden and Anthrax, and the three of them, it's just going to be a great night of music.
It is.
Oh yeah,
Expensive night of music, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'll say,
but Maiden keeps their ticket prices down, like surprisingly.
Really?
For the legacy acts that are out there that charge up.
Oh yeah,
that's one that they always bring in and fill a stadium, and I'm appreciative of that because they keep their ticket prices down.
Awesome.
I think it's for that simple reason.
Yeah.
Actually, I've heard these shows are going to be more expensive because of actually the Megadeth fans, not even because of the Iron Maiden fans.
That's all you.
You have to pay three large bands.
Yes, they do.
So,
But see, the only thing that kind of sucked was that Anthrax wasn't playing at the Jiffy Lube show on 9/11. Because if they were going, I'd be going fully. I'm still probably gonna go, but good lord, I'd love to see Anthrax. I would love to just mosh.
Yeah. All right. So we have to play some of. We're going to close back out with you guys and your music and your shows, and close back out a little bit. Enough of these other people.
That's fine.
And then so we have Alex. You're looking at me. Do we have some stuff queued up?
Yeah, we have 2 videos. We have one Misfits cover video. Both were shot here at Salisbury Center.
All right.
We have a Misfits cover and an original.
All right. All right. So John, you have those queued up and ready to go. We're going to see a little bit of Hell's Vortex here in their video.
Oh lord.
All right, that
Nice.
is
Yeah.
a march. That is
Sure.
aptly named.
Yeah. Actually, that, to be honest with you, that's one of the few songs we all wrote as a band.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff was both of us, but that was one of the few songs where my other guitar, I think, the other guitar, Andrew, he like wanted that weird polyrhythm that we were doing with the kind of like verse section, where it was the dun 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 dun.
6/8.
Yeah, which weird in my opinion. I know I'm not a drummer. Just note this now. I'm talking to the drummer who I'm absolutely pissing off. But that was one of the songs that we were like, we all like this song, and as a sneak peek to you guys, we are actually re-recording all 3 of our original songs.
Excellent.
So there'll be a much better tone to them, to be 100% honest with you. But right now, we're still proud of them, and they're still our favorite, at least some of the favorite songs we wrote. One of them kind of sucks to play, but that's a different story for a different day. Yeah. I mean, March, that one, obviously it's an instrumental. There's no vocals to it. That was mainly because I couldn't really write vocals over it.
Right.
There wasn't much I could do with that. So we all just came to the collective of, hey, let's just make it an instrumental. And we were like, why not? It gives me a break for singing, screaming, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Or, some people will just say I'm just making noise,
Get it.
which it is. I'll be honest. It's just noise. And I'm going to be honest. Yeah, at rehearsals, that's my break. That is my big break. But that's one of at least our favorite songs. I mean, my favorite is another song off the album called The Pharaoh's Curse. That's my personal favorite. Austin and Andrew love The March.
Yeah.
But we chose the video for March because we were like, it's one of the easier songs that we could have done. I mean, in our opinion, and it's one of our more liked songs.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, they're like, okay, it has that death thrash sound,
Sure.
but you don't have the vocals, which more people can get into easily.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, what do you think, Austin?
No, I think you're right. It's like, because a lot of the I guess hate towards death metal is the death metal growl and the vocals and stuff. So when you have like that heavy song, minus that, it can be a lot more inviting, I guess.
Yeah,
is the word. But yeah, that was always my favorite writing, and then it's always the best part to get to that song in the set.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of like
it's like what is it like the middle of the set for us?
Yeah,
So it's like that break for vocals and break for our hands. Personally,
Sure.
Makes sense.
it sucks on my hands.
Yeah. Sorry that Skulls is right before this. My bad. I can't help that. Even though
Dad, you wrote it.
I didn't write Skulls.
You wrote the set list though.
I did. I'm gonna be honest. If I didn't, it'd be a different story. Hey, I got the approval.
Oh, we have skulls.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's do it.
Oh Lord,
John.
there it is. Yeah. See, the funniest part is I told Alex that I'd send him the recorded vocal version of that. That is probably like my 15th take of doing that, and it was my personal favorite. I'm sure it could have been better, but you know what? I liked it. And you can hear like I have to really clench my throat to do all that stuff.
Sure.
So it's taken a lot of practice.
Right.
And as we were kind of saying before the podcast, I mean, not to toot our own horns, but this actual week is the 1-year anniversary of the band being fully together. So we were like,
congratulations.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
I know.
But I can blame it on him because when we found him was kind of when we started getting a little more serious. Because before. Yeah.
Oh, that's
What
so
have you? What
sweet.
have you not? What have you? I'm gonna be honest. What have you not done for the band?
That's like a big anniversary message.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's really, that's like romantic.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
You changed everything.
Actually, he did. He actually changed the entire the whole layout of even just practice. Because we just I'll just say it. We practice at my house. So it's we practice in my driveway.
Right.
He's always there on time. Usually
Early.
it's fairly early. So he sets up, then we set up my mic his mic that I use.
A lot of the equipment is mine.
I'm gonna be honest. When I started this, I wasn't originally the vocalist. I kind of just took it up because I couldn't find anybody who wanted to do what I do.
I get it.
So it was just I can deal with it. At least deal with learning how to do it. Which I'm still learning.
Sure.
But we found recently, and this is kind of to give a good point to what I can starting to learn how to do. I've learned finally how to project. You obviously knowing Metallica, like a Hetfield kind of gravelly clean sound.
Sure.
I'm learning how to do it.
Sure.
So we're trying to use that more because I can project it a lot louder. Because he couldn't hear it because of the drums because when he's behind him. But everyone else at practice was like, "What were you just doing? We could hear you through everything." It's like, "Oh, I was just not like regular singing, but a little harder." They were like, "What's that? We're using that. I don't care what you say. We're using that, and that's your main thing now." I was like, "Okay, fine by me."
And then he talks about that too, and I'm just like, "Yeah, sure." I never heard that.
He didn't hear any of it. Nope. Well, you're also behind a drum kit having to focus. I'm gonna be honest. With some of the stuff that you have to do, I feel bad for him, to be honest.
The parts I wrote when I was good.
Yeah, right. Look, half the solos I wrote, I don't even remember a third of them. So I'm fine. Look, improvise. That's what a lot of good guitar players do. Just improvise. I'm not claiming to be a good one, but I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm good at.
Fair enough, yeah.
All right, well, we're wrapping up. We're running out of time here.
Yeah.
So, and Kevin, you got to let people know when these shows are going to happen.
Yep. So next Friday, November 7th, we got Hell's Vortex.
Yep.
Opening up for Sabbath. And then the following night, on the 7th, Emo Night, featuring Riot, Emotional Support, and Dakota.
Woo! Great night of rock and roll, or weekend, excuse me. Great two nights of rock. What am I saying? 2 nights of rock and roll here at the Salisbury Center.
Yeah, and then promoting another show that's a little bit down the road on Saturday, December the 13th. We'll have Loungefly and Evil Empire here at the Salisbury Center.
Yeah.
So
2 great tribute acts.
Yep, tribute acts,
Rage Against the
Loungefly,
Machine, and Stone Temple Pilots.
correct.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Alex, anything else coming down the pike for you?
My own personal projects, but
All right.
Yeah.